Stakeholders in Borno State are calling for the inclusion of women and children in a country's counter-terrorism strategy for sustainable solutions that prioritizes protection, rehabilitation, and socio-economic empowerment. This was during an engagement with journalists on transitional justice and gender mainstreaming organized by the Alamin Foundation for Peace and Development in Maiduguri. News Center's Umaru Kirawa completes the report.
Women and children are usually the most affected in conflict situations. And in the insurgency ravaging Nigeria's northeast, including the Lake Chad region, the story is not different. Stakeholders here stress the importance of including women and children in Nigeria's counter-terrorism strategy to achieve sustainable peace.
In the Nigerian counter-terrorism strategy, no mention at all is made about children, neither is mention made about sexual violence. And then we woke up and saw that sexual violence is becoming very, very prevalent among among all parties to the conflict, and then even within the larger society, and even within families.
You should understand that in this conflict, we have men that are victims, we have men that are perpetrators. In this conflict, we have women that are victims and women that are perpetrators. So in situation whereby you not silence one side of the divide, then you're not doing justice to the quest for solution.
The vulnerability of women and children puts them in precarious situations in the face of terrorism. They regularly contend with challenges as victims, survivors, and potential recruits for terrorist groups.
Today's training is to ensure that reportage on issues of terrorism and issues of conflict-related issues are very gender sensitive. I think it's also to allow the media to ensure that before they do their reportage, before they go out into the field, they do some thorough gender analysis.
Gender issues should be taken into cognizance because in any crisis situation, men, women, children, boys, and girls are affected differently, they react differently, they adapt differently, and they are impacted differently.
Yes, there are some women that are victims, but from being victims, they become perpetrators. Do you know what led them to become perpetrators? So if you don't listen to them, and also when you are looking for solution, they say charity begins at home. And who owns the home? It's the woman that owns the home.
In the face of the realities of the impact of conflict and terrorism, gender-sensitive approaches and policies that address the specific vulnerabilities and needs of women and children affected by terrorism are said to be critical in any peace-building effort. In Maiduguri for News Central, Umaru Kirawa.